Have you ever wanted to learn something new? Maybe a new language or how to play a musical instrument? What keeps you from it? My girls are learning how to play the piano. It doesn't always sound pretty and they don't always like to practice, but with time, they keep on getting better. I found in my own life, it can be very rewarding when I learn something new. Think of an area where you'd like to grow.
When we finish school, it is easy to think we have finally arrived, that we can permanently check reading and studying off of our to-do lists. And many people do just that, never reading another book after they graduate from high school. We should not think of graduation as the finish line, but rather one hurdle along the journey of a lifelong process of learning and growing. From childhood to our later years in life, there is always something for us to become more proficient at. The classroom might lay a foundation for learning, but that is only the beginning. The intellectual area of our lives encompasses all the ways that we continue to learn and grow. As followers of Christ, our knowledge is not intended to make us feel important, but rather to make God more important, to be used for His purpose. The Bible tells us to diligently study the Word of truth as the ultimate source of wisdom for our lives. But His calling on your life might require you to explore additional resources. Each of us were created with unique interests and passions for a purpose. God doesn't make mistakes. Maybe there is a reason that you have always wanted to learn how to speak a new language, play an instrument, or even how to fly an airplane. What has kept you from pursuing it? As the busyness of life fights for more and more space in our schedules, we have to be intentional to set time aside for growing, or years will pass and we will find ourselves in the same place. At the end of a long day, it can be tempting to just relax for a few hours in front of the television. As a matter of fact, that is what most Americans end up doing. The average person in the U.S. watches nearly 3 hours of television each day. Not that television is bad, we just have to weigh the benefits of spending that time doing something else. 10 years from now, will it really matter who gets voted off the island or wins the big game? What if you decided to grab a book instead of the remote? What would happen if you began to invest 30 minutes a day over the next year into learning? What's holding you back? Hebrews 12:1 tells us to lay aside everything that might hinder us from running with endurance the race that God has for our lives. What would your life look like to fully pursue the plan God has for your life?
Learning something new is not just about growing in knowledge. It's about using that knowledge to glorify God. When we were living with the Waodani in the Amazon rainforest of Ecuador, they wanted to learn how to take care of their own people's medical and dental needs. Because they had the desire, we found the people who could teach them. Now they're able to take care of their own people's medical and dental needs as a way to show the love of Christ in a tangible way. What might God have you learn so you'll be better equipped for the mission He has for your life?